any inefficiency like this fair value gap,
Yes.
you'll be looking for the 50% of the inefficiency. That's the half of this space, this gap here, which is fair value gap. You're looking for the
Yes.
50% of it. The 50% of it will act as a major resistance or support level. Okay,
Okay.
so good. So when price delivers inside the 50%, how do you get the 50%? You use your Fibonacci. This is your Fibonacci up here. You click on it, your Fibonacci retracement, to measure out the 50% of any inefficiency. You anchor from the low of this week, this body, this week here you are seeing. You anchor from the low of it to the high of this bearish
Bearish
week.
candle.
Yeah, the week of it, the high of it. This is how you anchor from the low to the high. The blue line there is acting as our 50% Fibonacci level, which is acting as a major support level here now. You can see where price deliver inside the 50%.
So that space there is inefficiency.
Yes, before price delivered inside it.
Okay.
Once it was created like this, it acts as an inefficiency. So we will be looking for when price to come and re-deliver inside it to complete it, to make it efficient. Now
Okay.
it's no more inefficiency because price have delivered and make it complete. It's complete now.
Okay.
Good. So that's how you get your 50% of any inefficiency using your Fibonacci. This is your Fibonacci. This is how you can set it too. That's the 50% with the blue line you are seeing there. That's it. I can change it to another color, but I prefer blue.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it on your own preferable color. It doesn't mean. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how you to measure at your 50%. You are looking at for the consequent encroachment. That's the consequent encroachment, which is the 50%. You can call it 50%. That's half consequent
Okay.
encroachment. Yeah. The short form, you can put it like this: consequent encroachment. That's most in 50%. So that we know.
Half.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, in that can now remove your Fibonacci. Now you have gotten your 50%. That's the half of this inefficiency.
Okay.
So to annotate it with your rectangle, if you want to annotate it, instead of using line, this is how you annotate it. You anchor from the low of this week to the high of that week, the other week. You see, it must touch it, it must rhyme at the high,
Okay.
yeah, and at the low. Watch it watch where it's touching. This has to annotate a fair value gap. This is our 50% consequent encroachment. This is the fair value gap high. Also, you can this BC, buy side
Buy side inefficiency, sell
inefficiency.
side imbalance.
Correct, good. You can put it at the middle. Is the high, sorry, that's the high. Why here is the low. Fair value gap, BC, low. So you have gotten your 50%, your high and your low of this inefficiency now, which is BC, buy side inefficiency, sell side imbalance.
Imbalance.
Good. So this is how to identify a fair value gap, you always see a candle. First candle should run half, then the second candle will run above the first candle, while the third candle that will create the fair value gap will run half, creating a space between the first candle and the third candle.
The first bearish candle.
It could be bearish or bullish.
Bearish.
Yeah,
Okay.
it could be bearish candle or bullish candle. What you are looking for is that
Okay.
gap between the first candle and the third candle. Here is the third candle. This other block here that traded above is the second candle, while the bearish candle is the first candle. This
Okay.
first, second candle, then the third candle that created the space, the gap there. That's
The
what
lower of the week.
gold. It could be from body too, but here now is weak.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't mean whether weak or body. What you are look after is the gap there, that space, that inefficiency
Okay.
there.
The inefficiency. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you are looking for it. Then you look out for the consequent encroachment, which is the 50% of
Fifty
that,
percent.
yes, of the gap. So you'll be looking at when price will come and deliver inside the 50%. Once you reach at the 50%, you can put your stop loss here at the low. This is an order block, last close candle of the bearish. After this is the next
How,
close candle.
how can you identify is the last close candle of the bearish?
Okay, that's a good question. If you watch closely, we have been bullish on gold from this movement here. From this
Yes.
movement here, here is the last close candle. So from this movement up to this high, you'll be looking at the bearish last close candle. We have been
Okay.
breaking above, not breaking below. We break above here. Here is the last close candle. This now. The
Okay.
next last bearish close candle is this. That shows that's an order block. Coming
Okay.
over here, coming trading above this, this bearish candle here. The next bearish candle close below is this. We trade above it. This close is not close below it, it close above it. That makes this other block. We have, see what price did here. Here is a low, and here is a lower low. This low is lower than this, and we have a high. Here is a high, which is our breaker. Low,
The the
high.
bearish candle there.
Yeah, the bearish, no, the bullish candle there is the breaker.
Okay.
We have a bearish that closed below, created a high. That is the bullish candle there. This, that's 13th May, the candle, 13th May candle. That's the
Okay.
breaker. Yes, the up close bullish candle.
Candle.
Yeah, up close. That is the last close bullish candle above. If we should break above it, which we did here, which price did, can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the last bearish close candle before this breaker. It will now act as a order block. This is an order block because we are in bullish market. We are bullish. We are long. So you are looking at every last close candle to act as a order block. That one makes this as an order block. With your question, right? Are you clear now?
Not that clear.
Okay. If you want to identify an order block, you are looking at every last close candle. If we are bullish, Listen clearly. If we are bullish, that is long.
I'm not seeing your mouse.
Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay, good. If we are bullish, like this whole movement, we are bullish here from this low to this high. This is a bullish market. Okay,
Okay.
good. So now, if we are looking at other block, we are going to look out for every last close candle of the bearish candle.
And
Yes, here is a bearish candle. It's the last close candle down here. No other bearish candle close below it. This
okay.
here is acting as an order block. It's an order block. That's how you identify an order block. You can see the bullish candle close above it. This is where it opened. Then it closed here. Bullish candle open here and close above the opening of the bearish candle, which is acting as an order block. Coming over
Okay.
here, yeah, we close at the main threshold, the half of this order block. Use your Fibonacci. This is your Fibonacci retracement. Hope you are seeing my chart.
Yes.
Good. You anchor from the opening. Every bearish candle opens from above and close below, where the body close, not the wick. The wick signifies that price actually reach support at that level, but the main place is where the body close. That's the closing of a candle. So you anchor from
Okay.
the opening, which is the high of the body, where the body open here, then to the close of the body. That's the half of the other block, which is your mean threshold. Center of the other block, mean threshold, center, middle. You can remove it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead and ask.
That your mouse.
Yes.
The down bearish candle.
This.
No, no, no. The other
Which of the bearish close candle?
one down.
This.
Down. The down to that 2024. Stroke that 2024.
This.
No, you are going up. I mean down.
Like this.
Yeah, that one. Is it a last close candle also?
Sure. Yes. It's a last close candle because here is a high, up high. That's
Okay.
yeah, highest high before. You can see this high has been acting as a resistance. This is the highest high before we break
Okay.
above it. Breaking above it, we created a fair value gap. This fair value gap you are seeing a two fair value gap. This is a breakaway fair value gap. So when price want to break all-time high or all-time low, price usually tend to create a breakaway gap like this. So this last close candle now you are saying is acting as other block too, because after the
Okay.
breaker, yeah, after the breaker, here is the last close candle. After this
Okay.
last, yeah, here is the next. So it's other block after a breaker. Here is a breaker, up close
Okay.
candle of the bullish. We have a high here. We have a low, high, lower low. This low took out all this low here, then deliver inside this fair value gap. Here is a fair value gap between this candle and this candle. Here is a
Okay.
breaker too. A breaker, is that a fair value gap? Yes, here is a fair value gap. You see it. So where is price going to? To seek for the liquidity resting above. And meanwhile here, this high has been acting as all-time high, as a resistance. Price traded there, drop, going back again, we drop, deliver inside this This is a volume imbalance. A volume imbalance. This gap you are seeing is a void. It acts as
The void.
yeah, it's a void. It's acting as a fair value gap. The same function it has, the same function this fair value gap has, acting as a major resistance or support level. So going back there again for the third time, we went up, then we drop. There is a small fair value gap here that push price going and break above, creating a breakaway gap. That's why you are seeing these two double fair value gap. It's a breakaway gap. When you see something like this, double fair value gap, you know that it's a breakaway gap. It's breaking at a resistance or a support level. Okay, so that's how to identify a fair value gap. You can see the diagram here. This is the first candle, which is this. Then the second candle that went up, which is this other block here. Then we have the third candle, which is this, the low of it that created a gap, the fair value gap there, which is this. So the third candle, the low of it will be acting as a fair value gap high, while the first candle, the high of it, will be acting as a fair value gap low, which is this low, then high, then your consequent encroachment. That's where you'll be expecting price to deliver into at the half of the inefficiency, which is the fair value gap BC.
Okay.
Yeah, then that's for fair value gap. Then over to inversion fair value gap, which is this. This is an inversion. We have here is an inversion. Here was a fair value gap before, then price violated it. That's it trade below it, below the consequent encroachment. Between this candle here,
Okay.
yeah, between this candle and this candle here, the last candle, the bullish candle, the small, that's a fair value gap.
Okay.
That's how you annotate it. You can change the color to your own preference.
Okay.
Yeah. So as price have violated this fair value gap, it's now acting as inversion. You can see the half of it, which is this, the 50% of it. You can see the blue line there.
Yes.
Good. That's our 50% level, the consequent encroachment.
Of the inversion fair value gap.
Yeah, for the inversion, yes, for the inversion, we violated it, the consequent encroachment. So price going back to the consequent encroachment is now acting as a resistance because we have break the support level. Yeah, the consequent encroachment is acting as a support level before price break below it and act as a resistance now. Do you get that?
Yes.
Good. So acting as a resistance, you can see how price drop. Where is it going to? To this inefficiency, because we have an inefficiency resting below. It's like when you are painting, a painter who is painting a wall. When there is place you need to touch, then move on. That's same thing that happen here. It's like an example. Because price, the argo seek for liquidity, inefficiency. You understand? That's where price, if price is running up, it's going for an inefficiency resting above or a liquidity resting above. Then if price is trading below, it's going to seek for any inefficiency, which is a fair value gap, inversion, or volume imbalance, or new week opening gap, new day opening gap. All those things are efficiency in the market. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming back, price trading back to it now acting as an inversion. This inversion fair value gap. Here now be acting as a resistance level. It's acting as a resistance level. That's why we price drop because we break above the consequent encroachment of it. This is the candle that breaks below the consequent encroachment. This candle coming to the consequent encroachment, it was rejected. You can see the wick there. That's a rejection block because here now it's a major resistance because we break a support level there. It now turn to a resistance level. Then we went to this inefficiency to fill it up to make it complete. A whole now is complete. It's no more an inefficiency because price have delivered inside it to make it complete. This candle now acting as a order block, last close candle. That's how you know as a last close candle. This is the last bearish close candle here, right?
Yes.
Good. You can see we are acting price the half of it, which is the main threshold, acting as a support level. Both order block, fair value gap, the half of it, that's the consequent encroachment of them, is a major support or resistance. Note that, don't forget that. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, this is an inversion fair value gap now. It's acting as a resistance. This is a new week. So from now till Wednesday, we will see what price is going to do here. But anticipating price taking this high because we have taken a low. Here is a low, then deliver inside this inefficiency. So we like to see price anticipating price taking this high here. Not today, maybe coming weeks. Okay,
Okay.
good. So with what I have shown now, hope you can be able to identify a fair value gap and annotate it, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good. I will screenshot this and send on group so you take your time and practice back.
Okay.
Okay, good. So this year, make sure you put more effort, challenge
Sure.
yourself. Yeah, even when there is no class, you still push, you still try and practice. Practice makes perfect. Okay,
Sure. Thank you.
you are welcome, brother. Take your time.
Mm.
Okay,
Thank you. I appreciate.
you are welcome. You have a wonderful day and be safe.
And you also.
Thank you.